Guys, welcome to the channel. This is my BMW S1000Rr 2021 plate in Storm Black. I'm going to give you a little bit of a walk around my bike, show you some parts, show you what I've done to it, but this has got to be one of the best looking stealth black S1000s you will ever see. I'm gonna have to shout because traffic's quite bad outside my house. But what we'll do, we'll start with a little story. I wanted a black bike. I wanted the black frame, so I didn't want to buy the motorsport colors because you get the gold frame, and I didn't want that. So basically I had to start from scratch and buy a brand new black S1000 and basically add a ton of extras. I've just give it a wash, but yes, I included the BMW carbon wheels. We had these shipped in from Germany. Very expensive, very nice. And no, they're not the old version that crack a lot. These are the new updated version that BMW are using. They may still crack, who knows, but I don't do a lot of like heavy riding, mainly flat roads, so they should be fine. But the detail on these wheels, especially when it's polished, looks unbelievable. And then to go with that, I had BMW basically build the bike, so I had them fit all their M Sport carbon. So this is the M Sport carbon front fender, and while I'm here I also had the R&G rad covers fitted. These are a must. I hear so many issues about holes in radiators, etc. So if you want to get these, get them installed straight away. Literally the minute it leaves the showroom or the garage, get rad guards. Moving round to the side, I had R&G crash protectors put on the side, nice big bulky ones. I've never really dropped a bike, I've been knocked off, but these would save probably the whole side. I also went with the front ones on the front spindle, and I went with the rear for the paddock stand. R&G, I love them. I don't really like the GB Racing ones of these, they're a little bit smaller. I wanted them to be big, I wanted them to stick out, I wanted them to do a job when I drop this bike, if I drop it. Fingers crossed I don't, but you never know. Sometimes you're taking it off the stand and it falls over. I want these to protect my fairings. Then I think you have to go with the GB Racing engine protectors because they're just the best ones. I mean, the R&G ones, I think they look a little bit cheap, a bit shiny. They fit like around the top edges and stuff, but I went with GB Racing just because of the recommendations, the quality of them. Everybody seems to want to use GB Racing. They are slightly more expensive, but they give a cool look. They do use them in MotoGP, so they must be good for something. But yeah, I don't like this kind of bronzy colour of the engine as well. I might even upgrade this to the M Sport casing. You can buy the M Sport casing. I've seen it on like 650 EB, and you can change this over. But for now, these are great because they do a job, they protect it, and they cover up that hideous gold colour. I'm not sure why they even brought that gold colour in. I had these put on, they're like heel foot protections of the frame. They're okay, they're a little bit, this one's fine, the other side I'll show you later on, but it's coming unstuck a little bit. But I like them, they do a job, but I'm not sure they're going to stay on, to be fair. The adhesive bit's kind of wearing off a little bit every time it gets cleaned. But yeah, we'll see how long they last. And then this is my latest upgrade, the Gilly rear tooling rear sets. I wanted it black. I wanted the bike as stealth as possible, and these look ace. They are so nice, so comfortable. And this, let me tell you, the grip on your foot, unbelievable. Your foot does not move when your foot is on that peg. They're like spikes sticking into your boot. But really nice, also finished in carbon, so it matches the rest of the bike. And the thing is with the carbon, I didn't want to go too much. I've got carbon, which I'll show you later on, but you know, I've seen these full carbon bikes. It's not for me, I don't like it, but I think I've used enough subtly just to make it look stealth. And yes, for everyone asking, I have left the cat on. I don't like a too loud bike. Plus it's a lot of money. I don't want to do it yet because then I have to get it tuned, so I'm going to leave the cat on, which I got this belly pan just to cover up the cat, which I think is cool. I got this actually quite cheap. I paid £100 for this. It serves a job. Again, it covers it up. It's hideous, but I went with the SC project pipe. Let me tell you, when you're driving, which I'm going to do some like drive-bys and stuff with this, over 3,000 revs, this thing is a beast. It crackles, it pops. It sounds crazy when you're going through the quick shifter, but it just looks super cool. It was this or a small acro, and again, I wanted it to be like a carbon look. so I went with this, but the noise is unbelievable. But under 3,000 RPM, it's quiet as a feather. Like literally, it's so quiet, you can barely hear it. It still pops and bangs through the auto blipper, but yeah, when you're going up the gears, this thing is insane. And then again, we have the carbon wheel at the back, but got caught the other day in a little bit of rain, so it's a little bit dirty. I've had the bike fully ceramic coated, so it's pretty clean. The water just drops off it, but we went through like a bit of a country lane and it was quite sandy, so it's put sand everywhere. So I just threw some water over it to rinse it so I can film this. But yes, I went with the TWM chain adjusters. Again, wanted to get rid of the silver look. Very cool, very easy to fit. So good because you can adjust them with just this and you actually get millimeter perfect. So you can match this side with that side to the millimeter. Before, obviously, the BMW chain ones, you just twist it, you got to measure it, you don't really know where it's at. But TWM, great quality, strong product. Again, very easy to fit. Again, on this S1000, we have the Bmw rear brake. People keep telling me upgrade, get Brembo fronts, make it a full Brembo system, but I'm not fussed. The brakes on this BMW are awesome, very good, ABS, everything works. I feel like these are the sort of things I don't really need to change. I'm not taking it on track. For the roads, the Brembo rear is absolutely fine. Now, these tank protectors, so many people on like Facebook and Instagram and stuff message me, where'd you get these, where'd you get these? I got these from eBay. Now, I really like them, I think they're cool, I think they're stealth, they match the bike, but the adhesive is awful. It's coming round here a little bit, it's coming unstuck a little bit here. I might have to reorder some, and maybe it was me putting them on, but they seem to be coming unstuck quite easy. But again, they serve a job, they look cool. From eBay, guys, I think they were like £18 for two. Brilliant deal. Check them out on eBay. And then moving down, the carbon. Right, we'll start from the back. I got the carbon rear piece from Illenberg Carbon. £480 I think I paid for that, and it literally came within 3 days. This for me had to be changed. The old S1000 back end with the plastic, didn't really like it. It kind of let the bike down a little bit, some of the plastic parts on this bike. I had to change it to the carbon. Again, I fitted this. I've got no real bike mechanic knowledge, but this was easy enough to fit myself. But yeah, again, look at it. It makes it such a cool look at the back instead of that kind of matte plastic. Again, just a little touch, the R&G, sorry, racing. Little protectors at the back here, carbon. I don't know, I like them. I just saw them on someone else's bike and I was like, oh, I want them on mine. Instead of changing, instead of changing all this carbon, again, I tried to be subtle. So little bits like this, I think, just make the bike look even nicer. And then again, the side fairing, the carbon that runs all the way up to the tank. Again, had that fitted by BMW. That is an M Sport piece. I didn't want to go with the top one. Again, I don't want to do it over carbon. Like some people go too much and I just don't really like it. I wanted to keep it standard looking, but with a bit of carbon, if that makes sense. I think it works. I think it works quite well, especially this side piece, because if you follow this line, it goes all the way through, up and to there. And that for me is enough. I don't need to go any more carbon than that. Quite expensive, to be fair, because I had it all fitted by BMW before I even picked the bike up. I think I test rode it once and then I brought it and I basically said I want it to stay in, and just everything I messaged you, I want you to order and fit. So yeah, they fitted all the parts, so I know everything's torqued up properly. Even the rear piece, I torqued that. I had to buy myself a torque set. But yeah, it's quite simple. Some of the fairing changes are quite easy. Had to go with the ASV levers. I love them. I love the fact that you can just twist it, adjust it as far as you want. I actually like my levers quite high up. Some people prefer them really low. The other thing is I can't ride with long levers anymore. I'm so used to 2 fingers. Over the years, when I test rode this and it had the standard levers on, I couldn't even grip it properly. I kept stalling the bike with the clutch. But yeah, 2 levers, again, black, very, very good quality these. Ordered them from their website. Highly recommend these. Brilliant. I've always used these. I literally love them. And again, you can see a little bit of red, just keeping a little bit of red, not too much, because I actually hate red. And the reason I've gone with a little bit of red is because the rear spring. Now, you know, could I change that? Possibly. I might just leave it, but because that had red on, I thought a little bit of touch of red here, bit of red here, bit of red here, bit of red here. I kind of visioned this bike before I bought it, and it's turned out exactly how I want it. Another cool feature, the SOS. BMW asked me about this. I said, let's just go for it, let's fit it. Didn't really know what it was about, but come across a video on YouTube about a guy that fell off in Germany, I think it was, or Berlin, and they actually come and found him because of this lucky button. So I'm gonna keep this on in case of emergencies. You just never know. Coming up to the tank, again, TWM, very, very good quality. Quick release, I can't do it with my left hand. Quick release fuel cap. The only problem with this is you don't want to lose this. You know how like you put it on the side. I mean, you're not going to drive off without it, but you never know. Some people do get a little bit forgetful. You just push it and there we go. But again, just makes the tank look so much stealthier with the black and the black. Do you know what I mean? And then the black grips, the carbon. When you look down, it's just completely blacked out. Love it. Good product. Again, I just bought it from eBay. Very good deal. I think it was like £40, like GBP. But again, I had BMW fit this. I didn't want to muck around in case I dropped anything in the fuel tank. But again, just them little things make this bike look so much nicer. Coming onto the display, BMW Motorrad screen protector is a must. I heard so many people saying they broke it, they key whipped it, or a stone came up. So went with the screen protector, the BMW one. Again, it's got a job to do, it will do it, it keeps it clean. And I did hear from a few people on YouTube is that fingerprints on this screen are a nightmare to get off. Now with this, it just literally wipes straight off. So got the screen protector. Don't really like a double bubble, if I'm honest. Sometimes they're too high. I prefer them as low as possible, if I'm honest. I'm only short, I can easily tuck in. But yeah, I went with the Peg smoked screen. Again, I had BMW fit it, bought it direct from their website. This was quite expensive compared to some other screens. I think it was over £100. Again though, you have to go black screen. If you've got a black bike, I think this is just a very nice look. So looking at the other side, again, GB Racing. So this is where I went wrong. When I bought the first R&G protectors, I actually mucked up. I don't know where my sticker's gone. I've actually just realised that my sticker's come off, but I have got spares. Is that I didn't buy the symmetrical version on their website. So the non-symmetrical version, you just get 2 of these. And BMW, I don't know why they did this, they fitted it in here and fitted the other side, and I come to look at the bike and one was higher than the other, and I was like, what's that about? You can't have that. And then when I went back on their website, I had a proper look, and yes, there is a version called symmetrical version for the S1000Rr. So you need the symmetrical one so you get this kind of plate that offsets your crash protector. Otherwise you're gonna have one up here and one down there. I need to find that sticker, that's really bugging me now. And then the other side, R&G frame insert, you like to call it. Also this cool piece here, the pillion carbon piece, again M Sport, they fitted that along with the carbon chain protector and the rig mudguard. This again, just a nice little bit of carbon, not too much but enough just to cover up the old plasticky stuff. A bit like this panel. I'm debating getting the carbon belly panel. I don't know. What should I do? Should I get the carbon belly panel? It's very expensive. I could then get rid of that and then it will just be one complete fairing all the way down. But I don't know. Is it going to be too much carbon? I don't know. What do you think? So this was my first S1000. I've always been a Honda guy. Always riding Fireblades. But this magic thing right here is down and out the best thing that's ever invented on a superbike. The noise, the smoothness, the way your bike rides, the way you can ride, a quick shifter. I know this is only a standard BMW quick shifter, but my goodness, it is amazing. A lot of people are saying you can upgrade this to an Alpha Racing, which I'm going to look into because a lot of people say it's even smoother. I can't see it getting any smoother, but yeah, this thing here is by far one of my favourite features on this bike. The chain and sprocket. Now, when I had the carbon wheels delivered from Germany, obviously they don't come with discs or chains or bearings. You have to buy the kit with the wheels. Makes it a little bit more expensive. But I actually went with the M Sport. Apparently, they say you don't have to maintain this chain. Now, you probably have to maintain every chain, but because this is oiled inside the links, you don't have to oil it as much. Again, it looks brand new, it looks crisp. I like the gold. I don't know how long it's gonna last in terms of maintenance, but I went with it as an extra. Again, we're adding the cost up and up and up, but I thought, you know what, just add it while it's in the shop, get it. Again, I fitted the the chain adjusters, and I bought a new titanium nut just because the other nut, I didn't really like the look of it. All these little things I think I've done just because I like, not necessarily because anyone told me to, but I thought if I'm changing this anyway, I might as well put a brand new nut on it. A lot of people go with like coloured nuts, and I just kept with the standard silver. I think it looks pretty cool. So I think that's everything that I've kind of tried to tell you. Again, the bobbins on the rear, because I use a paddock stand, I always keep the back wheel off the floor. And then yeah, the carbon mudguard, again the same side, symmetrical, so everything's carbon, the same as that side. But my first impressions when I first picked this up, I don't know what it's coming across on camera like, but up close this bike is immense. I love it, it looks great. I can't fault the bike one bit. And in terms of riding an S1000, the bike is an absolute dream. I'm only 5'8". It's light as a feather. It handles amazing. The power is crazy. Like I said, I've rid Fireblades forever, and getting on this, I thought it's a little bit bigger, a little bit chunkier tank, but I like it. I like the fact that the tank's bigger. You can really wrap your legs around it, and let's not even talk about the screen. The TFT is unbelievable. What it tells you, it literally does everything for you. And another good thing about the S1000 is this thing right here, cruise control. We always need to rest our hand a little bit, especially if you're on long journeys. And then this magic button here, heated grips. Like the bike, I could talk about this bike over and over and over again for hours. I love everything about it. I can't fault it. I've not had any problems with it. I have warranty with BMW. The one thing they did tell me is if I change the cat, they have to do it. I think they get you on this, because if I change the cat, it voids my warranty. So any BMW owners that want to change the full system, just check your warranty, because I did get told that if you do change the headers, you void your warranty because they didn't do it. But yeah, here's my S1000Rr. I literally could stare at it all day. This is my first video. There's going to be many more videos coming, some like ride out videos, going out, upgrades. I don't think I can upgrade much more other than maybe smoke the headlights a little bit. But again, I don't know, let me know, is it just enough? What do you think? What are you rating it out of 10? For me, it's a straight 11. I love this bike. I don't see many black bikes like this around with the carbon wheels. They come with like the forged wheels, and so I've gone with carbon. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. More videos to come. Make sure you subscribe, like, turn on your notification bell so then you know every time I post a new video.